You know what's worse than being hit in the face with a brick during an attempted hijacking? Apparently defending yourself. Because in South Africa, if you survive, the media and certain politicians act like you're the criminal. Let's get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to take a moment to thank everybody who has donated to the Back a Buddy campaign in order to get Stolen Ground 2 and 3 productions on the way. We still have a ways to go, but we are so close to the end goal, and we gotta keep that momentum going. Help me uncover the truth behind land grabs in South Africa, which is exactly what these two documentaries are going to look at, specifically at the areas of Grabouw and Hermanus. If you want some more details, pause the video now and scan the QR code. Head on over to the Back a Buddy link in the description below and pinned comment. Also, if you prefer donating via EFT, those details are also in the description and pinned comment, or you can head on over to stolenground.co.za. Once again, for those of you who have already donated, thank you so much. We are getting even closer to that goal. If 4,000 people donated 50 Rand, we would hit our goal. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Newsflash. I'm your host, Emilio. Thanks for tuning in. So here's the story. DA MP Ian Cameron, chair of Parliament's Police Portfolio Committee, and his colleagues were driving near Philippi when they were ambushed in an attempted hijacking. Smash and grab, bricks flying. Cameron gets injured, his colleagues get injured. It's violent. It's dangerous. It's not a TikTok prank, it's crime, South African style. Cameron did what anyone with half a brain would do in that situation. He defended himself with his firearm. He's alive, his colleagues are alive, which is good news. Unless you work at Daily Maverick, in which case you think the real tragedy is that Cameron didn't die. Daily Maverick published a masterpiece of agenda-driven journalism. They quoted an anonymous expert because nothing says credible like a source that may or may not exist, who claimed that the attackers weren't armed, so Cameron shouldn't have used his gun.
Oh, yeah, right.
Because bricks to the face don't count as weapons. Tell that to the hospital bills. Tell that to Cameron's split lip. And then, the cherry on the top, Maverick claimed Cameron should have fired a warning shot. Yes, because nothing calms down a mob of criminals like gunfire in the air. Oh, look, boys, he's fired a warning shot. Let's all go home.
This is a joke, right?
It's absurd. It's legally false, and it's dangerous to spread. And this is where it gets fun, because the responses were brutal. Jacques Brudrek from Afriform said, the whole thing reeks of propaganda. Paratus tore into the so-called expert, pointing out that you don't need to wait for someone to shoot you before you defend yourself. He called it outright nonsense and a dangerous lie. And then Martin Hood, one of South Africa's top firearms attorneys, dismantled the article line by line. Hood explained that there's no law requiring a warning shot. Being assaulted with a brick is absolutely grounds for lethal self-defense. MPs are legally entitled to carry firearms for protection, and anonymous experts who don't put their names to their opinions usually aren't experts at all. And by the way, Martin was involved in commenting and critiquing the Firearms Control Act. So this guy knows his stuff. Finally, a real expert. Daily Maverick didn't just get it wrong, they embarrassed themselves. But it gets worse. Martin van Staden from the Free Market Foundation summed it up perfectly. Stripped of all the fluff, the outrage is basically just a complaint that Cameron survived. How dare he defend himself against a black attacker? Didn't he know he was supposed to die? That's the script. That's the insane logic we're dealing with. You don't see the media blaming women for carrying pepper spray when they fight off rapists. But a politician uses his legal firearm to survive a life-threatening situation or attack, and suddenly it's colonialism.
That's stupid! Use your common sense.
And speaking of colonialism, let's talk about the good party. Yes, the party that barely polls above family WhatsApp group levels of support decided this was the moment to shine.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
They released a statement saying Cameron revived colonial symbols by shooting a black youth. Huh? Colonial symbols? Really? This wasn't Pete Retief charging on horseback. It was a man bleeding in his car while criminals threw bricks at his head. The Good Party actually compared Cameron defending himself to apartheid propaganda films of civilized whites overpowering black savagery. That's not analysis, that's deranged fan fiction. This is the best part. They deleted the statement and then reposted it again because nothing says political competence like the oops, let's undelete it. Even their critics on social media mock them. They might have lost their last 5 voters. Honestly, I'm not sure they even have 5 voters to begin with. So what's going on here? Instead of focusing on the real issue, violent crime, the media and politicians are trying to spin this into a racial and political morality play.
Typical.
But self-defense is not colonialism. It's not propaganda. It's common sense. If someone's trying to kill you, you fight back. And the more the Daily Maverick and the Good Party try to twist this, the more obvious it becomes that their outrage has nothing to do with the law and everything to do with ideology. So here's my take. Ian Cameron survived an attempted hijacking because he was prepared. That's not scandalous, that's responsible. What is scandalous is the media trying to smear him for not being a victim, and a political party exploiting the incident with apartheid cosplay metaphors. If anything, this story proves 2 things. South Africans need to have the right and ability to defend themselves, and number 2, the left-wing commentariat will twist reality to fit their narrative, even if it means gaslighting people who've just been attacked. Because at the end of the day, if you can't tell the difference between colonial oppression and a man defending his life with a legal firearm, maybe the problem isn't Ian Cameron. Maybe the problem is you. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to support Stolen Ground 2 and 3 and help it become a reality by donating to the Back a Buddy campaign. Link in the description or pinned comment, as well as EFT Details. You can find out more information on stolenground.co.za. Don't forget to also leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? Do you agree with the Good Party? Let me know your thoughts. And while you're down there, don't forget to leave a like on the video, share it far and wide, and no matter which platform you're watching this episode on, please drop a like, follow, or subscribe. I've got more content coming your way, and with all that being said, thanks for watching. Your Newsflash is in.
Here's something I didn't know until I was in my 30s. Mangoes are supposed to be peeled like bananas. Mango rind cut into quarters, peel. Oh, look at that! Oh, wow! That makes a lot more sense now.